Hi everybody, this is Tiffany. I hope everyone's having a great day. I came on to get prophetic word. So guys, I had this dream last night. So originally I didn't think it was from the Lord, so I prayed against it. But even though we're supposed to still pray against dreams, the Lord gives us to pray against, right? He's just giving us the heads up. So anyway, I prayed against this dream. I didn't think it was of the Lord. So the Holy Spirit highlighted the stove not too long ago. And that's when I knew that I had to really sit down and go over this dream, because it was not from the enemy, it's from the Lord. So the dream was, it was two people, right? And the two people were on a stove. So they were like engaging in some type of like, sexual activity there, but it wasn't graphic. So you won't see body parts when it's from the Lord, for sure. You're just going to be aware of what's happening, but you won't see parts. You'll see like skin. So you saw the skin to skin action there. They were on this stove. What was highlighted was the girl right before I woke up. So the girl there, it was a lot of her, you can say, bodily fluid there, right? It's like it was a lot, whatever. So that was the end of the dream. So when I was going over this dream here, because I was just like, why were they on the stove? Like, what is the Lord trying to say here regarding that, right? That just kept on coming to me too, bodily fluid, but then they were on a stove. So automatically is like cooking that, right? Cooking bodily fluid, like what's going on there. So I knew, my mind all automatically went to putting it in someone's food. And I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but that's kind of some, like, similar to sex magic, you can say. I did a podcast episode about that, so I'm going to put that in the description. But I also ran into this article regarding that, so I'm not going to read the whole article. I'll put that in the description as well, but I'm going to read something here. So it says, bodily fluids in hoodoo, menstrual blood, semen, and urine. So let me read here. So I'm going to scroll down to vaginal fluid. Women who are not menstruating due to pregnancy or breastfeeding, who had surgery that terminated their cycle, or who are past the change, obviously do not have menstrual fluid to use in sex spells. Their best alternative is to use vaginal fluids gathered after masturbation during the full moon. In hoodoo and Sicilian folk magic, vaginal fluids make a good substitute for menstrual blood in coffee or tea love spells. So this is very, very, very bizarre, but this is what's happening right now. I'll put the whole article because they break down everything here. So what other things stood out to me when I was going over that part is, when in the menstrual blood here, the idea is to get your scent into the beloved sphere of consciousness. This is nothing more or less than pheromone magic. What the Lord is saying is, again, because he just told us this regarding the sex magic, don't eat it, pretty much, and now this. So this is the third time here. This is something that has to do with food and in a few months time frame here. So this is it can be any one of these things. It can even be a male, but since the Lord highlighted female and the vaginal fluid, this is what is the main part here. But remember, we prophesy in part, and everything is not exactly the way it is for everyone sometimes. So this is why you have to take it to the Lord in prayer. And if something is ringing off in your spirit, take this to the Lord in prayer. If someone comes to mind when I'm talking regarding this, take this to the Lord in prayer. And because of the full moon now here, and they say that it's done to the full moon. A full moon just passed. So I don't know if this was already done in that full moon and they're preparing to give it to someone. But remember, kitchen means preparation. You know what I mean? So I'm not exactly sure, and this is why you have to take it to the Lord in prayer. But someone's preparing to give someone this stuff in their food, or you could say drink. So because the Lord showed the stove, there's something that they're cooking. So yeah, so it's something that someone is going to eat. Okay, so this is nothing to play with, guys. So let me explain something to the people before you comment and say anything about, we are covered, we are saved, all this stuff in my comments. Listen, this channel here is for people that is going to pray against this stuff. These messages are not for us to just sit on and just say, oh, thank you, my Lord, for showing us this movie here. No, this is something serious. So he wants people to be alert and aware, and this is why we get messages like this. This is not for believers, so-called believers, okay, lukewarm believers that think that because you are a believer that you have to do nothing, that the Lord is just going to do everything for you. No. Okay, a curse cannot come unless there's a cause for it. So if this is able to happen to someone, you have open doors. If magic is not able to work on you, you don't have open doors. It's simple as that. So if we are getting this message, we still have to be proactive and pray against it, yes. But if you have actively sinning and you have open doors, this stuff will be able to work on you. This is why you have to be actively closing doors, repenting, and praying to the Lord. You know what I mean? So this is not for lazy believers. This channel is not for you, because I'm not going back and forth with someone in my comments saying that it won't work if you don't believe it. I'm not going back and forth in my comments with people that don't want to take heed. This is not the channel for you if you're looking for fluffy words. The Lord is not giving us fluffy words every day with all this ego running rampant. Okay, you still have a part to play, and that's why you still have breath in your nostrils. This is why you're still here. Okay, because you still have something to do here. But guess what? We still have an adversary. Okay, so anyway, this message is for someone to take heed and be aware, or not to intake food. It doesn't matter if you know this person, if this is a family member, if something is ringing off in your spirit regarding any type of food or drink that they bring you, do not intake that. Take this to the Lord in prayer for more clarity and guidance, because the Lord is letting us know someone is preparing to put their fluid in someone's food and feed it to them. I hope this message helps somebody. I love you guys. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll see you soon, Lord willing, and be blessed. Bye.